You just hate yourself. Okay. Some thoughts. I think a lot of something I'm starting to realize. A lot of people who just angry, like always look mean in their face. Don't know smile or joy. I think they just hate themselves. You just hate yourself. Don't be angry at me because you hate yourself. And so it's funny because like taking this thought further, yeah, I think I don't know. Compassion and pity is perhaps a virtue. So ethics is something that I think about a lot. And yeah, you know, growing up Catholic, and then also I think the thing that's tricky with ethics, I mean, it's more of an art form than anything, and there's no ultimate science behind ethics. Like even what the whole notion of kind of the rule of like treat everyone else as if the way you treated others or expect others treated you would become a universal law. That seems like doesn't allow for dynamics. And so Nietzsche says pity is a vice, compassion is a vice, as well. La Rochefoucauld, one of the old school French moralist philosophers, pretty good. But I don't know, I'm starting to think, I don't know, it's compassion, it means with suffering to, you know, passion of the Christ, to suffer with somebody. And so I prefer the vision of like Mr. T. Pity the fool, right? It like, just rather than thinking like that, it's like come from a place of like uber abundance and strength and just kind of like look at people, and then people act in really weird and bizarre ways, just kind of like just ooh and just like smile and just kind of carry on rather than taking it personally. It's tricky though, because I take everything personally. I mean, yeah, I take everything personally, and people are like, don't take it so personally. I'm like, but I take everything personally. So maybe rather than taking it personally, maybe it's better to just like, maybe a reframing of things is perhaps a more intelligent strategy. So maybe it's better to just ascertain that, yeah, like people who are just always mad and spiteful and malice, they just hate themselves. And if you realize that people hate themselves, people who they hate themselves can't help but spew hate, and the hate they spew is simply hate that's like, I don't know, I'm starting to, I don't know, maybe perhaps the way I could psychoanalyze, maybe I'm the next great psychologist. So I think the way that people psychoanalyze themselves, the hate that they spew, it's kind of like they want to self-flagellate themselves, and they kind of do it in weird ways in which it seems like they're blaming you, but in fact they're actually trying to blame themselves. It's kind of like a mix of like scapegoating meets something else. I don't know, more thoughts to come, but ultimately in the end, people who's unwell just hate themselves, and it's like almost like the actions they put is like, it's almost like metaphorical suicide, trying to kill themselves, trying to kill yourself. Like people who smoke way too much weed or do too many drugs or drink too much alcohol, yeah, it's like these things are like toxins, you know, like killing your body. So why killing your body? Don't kill your body. Love your body.